everybody, Demonic Orchard here, bringing you a quick little video based off of my first battle report. I appreciate all the feedback everybody gave to me. One of my subscribers asked to explain kind of the campaign, and I thought I'd go into the army list that I brought for the campaign and talk about it a little bit more in depth. In this campaign that we're running, we actually had to have 3 armies to start it. And basically they were armies marching off and defending your own territories. So I will go into my 3 armies right now. So here's list 1 for me. I am running the Keeper Secrets. I'm running the Exalted Gift, the Lesser Gift, and he's level 4 with Slaanesh. With the Exalted Gifts, I'm really taking Chromatic Tome, or I'm taking the Eternal Blade. Either he's going to be a killing machine, or depending on my opponent, and if I know magic might be a factor and I need to have that, extra dice roll, I'll take the tome. I have 2 Heralds of Slaanesh. My first Herald of Slaanesh, it has a greater gift, Lore of Slaanesh, level 1. It always strikes first, Loki. He's just there for the brick to make 54 Daemonettes always strike first. The second Herald is a level 1. He's my BSB. He's got a greater gift. The Lore of Slaanesh again. I like the Lash of Slaanesh on both my Heralds in a huge block. I just crack it forward to the magic phase. People usually give it to me because they expect that CAC is coming or Acquiescence is coming. So I get these little strength 3 hits on people that are armor piercing. They're great against elves. I mean, they just work against elves. 54 Daemonettes, full command, Banner of Swiftness. My Daemonettes are Operation Grill all the way. I run as fast as I can at something. I don't even care what it is. I usually hit really hard. A lot of people will even let me get off Hysterical Frenzy, give me even more attacks. I don't care if it's Strength 3. With that many attacks, mathematically, I'm getting enough through. My Pleasure Crushers are Blood Crushers. I know they're not bad. They're not good. I know people say they're bad, but for me, they're my hammer. I hit something on the flank that the Daemonettes are fighting. My Furies are nothing more than War Machine hunting goodness. My Slaanechlings, I scout them out. They're either hunting War Machines if somebody forgets that they scout, or I'll kind of do it to protect a flank against a Vanguard or one side. I do run 2 cannons. I am that guy. I don't care what you say. I ran Hellflayers for the longest time, so I get to run cannons now. And I have 3 Glory Flies. They're just there to tar pit. They do kill stuff. It is epic. I do love it. They do have a full command, so list 1. So because of the campaign, we have to have 3 lists, and we are asked to bring 3 completely separate lists. I don't own a ton of models, so I kind of just changed out Greater Demons and some other stuff. But I am running the Lord of Change. He's a level 4. I threw 2 Greater Gifts on him. I don't know why. I couldn't explain why if you asked. Yeah, I pretty much just suck at building lists. Lore of Tzeentch. I have 2 Heralds of Tzeentch. They're both level 2. They both run metal. Why? Why not? I see on forums that they're good. I've never really tried it. So yeah, I'm pretty much that guy. I just look at the forums, and if people say it's good, then it has to be right. Right? I mean, why would the internet lie to me? I run 2 units of Horrors. They only have a standard in them. I don't run a champion. It's just there because of scenarios like Blood and Glory. I still run my Daemonettes, and the reason being is I have a ton of them. And I'm not shelving all of them for anybody or anything. I have 2 Nurglings this time, just 2 bases, because I just bought them. The Blood Crushers, the Skull Cannons, it's the same thing as the last list. This time I threw in a Soul Grinder. I put a Mark of Nurgle on it and Phlegm Bombardment and 5 Furies. You'll see in my list a lot of similarities. The local shop here had a sale like 2 weeks ago. It was buy 2, get 1 free. So most of the things in my list, you can tell what I just recently bought and are trying to paint when you see my videos, because it's all brand new. So whether or not it sucks or is amazing, I don't care. It's a new toy. I'm going to play with it. I'm going to have fun with it as long as I win. Losing is not fun. Well, if there's beer. So for my last list, in the campaign, you basically have a list that goes out and fights other people, and that's kind of my first list. You have a list that pretty much patrols your borders and collects more tiles, my second list. And then I threw together a third list because I was not feeling creative when I made this. I just threw it together. This is the list that sits inside my my kingdom, if you will, and protects it from other people coming at me. It has a Bloodthirster with 2 greater gifts, 2 Heralds of Tzeentch, both level 2. They're both on Lore of Tzeentch, and I'm running a Herald of Slaanesh, a level 1 in Lore of Slaanesh. Don't ask me why. I don't know why I did this. Honest, I just sat in front of Army Builder, and I don't know. I think I might have been drunk, but I wasn't. But that's my excuse. I was drunk. Yes, I was. I was feed intoxicated. Indeed, yeah. 2 units of horrors, both with 10. 33 demonettes. The same reason I run the demonettes and all the other lists. Same reason I'm doing it now. Basically the same reason I run all these models. They're all brand new to me. I decided not to ever run the Hellflayers. I have an Exalted Chariot. It's just I don't feel like playing with it anymore. It's old to me. The Soul Grinder of Nurgle, the 3 Blood Crushers, the Furies. It's all a lot of fun. They're all new to me, and I just kind of want to see for myself what it does. I know I made the internet joke. I do really read comments. There's a lot of like awesome people from California. I listen to like the Hammer Time podcast. I know a lot of those guys play demons. They're very insightful. But I want to play with it myself. Plus, if a model looks cool, I can't resist. I have to play with it. And I think the Blood Crushers and Rotflies just look really cool. So, yeah. So for the campaign, basically what we do is every race has an ability, like a special thing that we get to do that's just pure awesomeness. Demons, I think we seriously might have the best racial abilities out of all the races, because in this campaign, Demons of Chaos are immaterial creatures of magic manifest. Before any armies are moved, the demon player may move his armies 1 tile in any direction. In addition, once per turn after challenges have been declared, the demon player may swap the position of any 2 of his armies. The reason I didn't pay attention to a ton of this stuff when I made my armies is, in this campaign, pretty much my fighty list, whatever list I feel like bringing for the day, is the list I can play with. Because after somebody challenges one of my armies, I can just say, swoop swap, take that. And there's nothing they can do about it. And I can laugh in their face. Like, evil, whoa, I don't know. I was going for my best Dr. Horrible laugh there, but I suck. So everybody has a racial ability, and I think the demons definitely are one of the better ones. It helps me in the campaign. Even though it's fun, I can get into some favorable matchups army-wise when you know what people are bringing, because we have to show people our lists. They're there to see, and on the map you can see Army 1, 2, and 3 marching wherever they're going, so I can kind of tailor to what I'm doing. So yeah, there you go. That's the demon's special ability. Epic, right? So the way the campaign works, we basically have turns. We have this fortress that it's Fosric's Flying Fortress. And what he does is he moves randomly on the map, and he just kind of keeps going. Any battle that's fought adjacently or on that guy, we have to do a Storms of Magic game. No big deal. It's kind of our that's our rule to the campaign. And it's a lot of fun. So we move that. Then we get to roll a random event. We roll a D66. So roll a 6-sided dice, then roll another one. And it gives you an event that happens. The higher you roll, the more epic it is. So like a 66, for the rest of the season, you gain an extra army. I actually rolled that after my first victory, so I'm actually rocking 4. I haven't built the 4th list yet. So I'll see what happens. Then we move our armies. So again, with the demon special rule is I basically get to move first, and everybody has to react to me. And then we roll off, and then everybody takes turns moving. Highest goes first, and so on and so forth. And how far you move for us is we roll a d3, and then for that army, that's how many tiles it can move and how it gets to another army. Then we go ahead and we declare war. We take turns challenging other armies. The caveat to this is if you decide to move 2 of your armies out to go face people and fight down people, if one guy is already fighting somebody and you challenge the second one of his armies for the week, you basically roll off for it. So I don't foresee any of us doing that. I'm not playing with a bunch of guys that are into just winning at all costs. It's more like kind of having fun. So I know I played the dwarf guy this week. My demon army should probably keep attacking, or whatever. It's not going to. I'm gonna go fight the dark elf guy next, or the Skaven dude, or the vampires. I'm gonna blinkety blink my butt out of there and go fight somebody else, because that's what it's supposed to be, for fun. The campaign just adds flavor to games to me. I don't care what happens. We get to roll. We have mines in this. I'm not really sure how it works because we didn't do it the first week, which was the first report. But you roll a d6 for each of your mines, and it tells you what you get if you get any additional points, basically, to fight with. Then you fight the battles, which is fun. You have your armies. We do it. Then you do your victories and defeats. So once somebody wins or loses, you basically get to roll and see if something good happens to you or bad. And if you lose, when you win, you roll a dice, and on a 1 and 3, the defeated army is driven back a tile towards its own capital. On a 4 or 6, the defeated army is removed from play and has to start from their capital again. So you basically scatter their army. So it's kind of fun. That's kind of what it's all about for us. There's other little kind of rules, dinky little rules. It's whatever. We're not divulging super duper into it. I know this is a campaign book that we're taking it from, one of the Warhammer ones. I honestly couldn't tell you which one it was, because we're only taking snippets of it, and then we're running our own kind of house rules that we all kind of sat in, and as we looked through the packet, we were like, I don't like this, and we didn't like that, and we don't have time to do this. We all have, most of us have families, all of us have jobs, and other things going on in real life, and it's too hard to get too crazy with these things. And then we end the turn. There are 4 seasons to this. There's spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And what we're planning on doing is we're going to play for 4 or 5 weeks, and that'll be a season. And we're going to take like a month or 2 break. Then we're going to pick up again and do summer, 4 or 5 weeks, take a break, and then autumn, and then winter. And a lot of the guys I play with also play an Evo game called 40K. You might have heard of it, another Games Workshop product. I don't partake in that, even though I have an army that could play both. I barely know the rules for fantasy. I can't imagine trying to learn 2 systems. Forget it. I'm not that smart. So anyway, that is the campaign in a nutshell. There you go. And all this campaign talk brings me to one other thing, which is the Rock Wars GT, which is September 12th through 14th in Little Rock. If you're not signed up, you should be. If you're in Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, it's worth the drive. The tournament's supposed to be completely epic. I know I'm going to be there. Some other people are going to be there. I think it's full, if not close to full right now. But after doing the Lone Wolf here in Dallas, which was just an awesome time with a bunch of awesome, great dudes, and I met the guy who's running Rock Wars, and he's an awesome guy. I mean, I was brand new to Warhammer, and I just happened to sign up for it. And they were like, "Hey man, when you show up, we'll make sure you have a good time." They introduce you to everybody. The guys from California, the dudes from San Antonio, guys from out of state. There was just a bunch of really, really great people. And if you have free time in September and you like to do some tournaments, this is definitely one for you.
I fart in your general direction.